Obviously, we got on the bill yesterday. It's a reconciliation bill. When Obamacare was put in place, ACA was put in place, it was done in 100% with 100% Democratic votes. At the time, they had 60 votes in the beginning, and then Scott Brown won his election. And so there were some elements of it. So it was done in regular order with 60 votes in the beginning. And then there was some components that needed to be fixed, and that was done under the same process we're doing right now, reconciliation. The whole bill certainly was not written in that fashion. I know it's been said that it was. It wasn't. It just was a supermajority, if you will, that happened at that time. But then reconciliation was used to fix it. So reconciliation was a part of what happened, but it was 100% Democratic votes that caused it to be in place. I think all of us know that, you know, whenever something like that happens, the other side immediately takes issue with that. I mean, big social policy should take place, as Senator McCain said yesterday, should take place in a bipartisan manner. So now, all the cards are stacked on the Democratic side. I mean, all these policies are in place. Is there any way that there's going to be any real negotiation sort of bring that back to the middle of the road? Likely not. I mean, I'm just being honest. Likely not. So we're going through this process, which again has the same flaws that, the Democratic side. This is now being done with 100% Republican votes. And so there's been difficulties. I mean, there are 52 senators on our side of the aisle representing, parts of the country that are vast and different. And so we ended up getting on the bill last night. There was a vote on a bill that had been put together. I mean, it's got, as I said before, it's felt like a bazaar. I mean, I've been to most every meeting, and it's, 50 billion here, 100 billion here. Let's, hey, what about you? And it's felt to a degree not particularly coherent. Okay. So as I've watched this, I've, begun to wonder, would it not make sense to pass a piece of legislation that forces people to sit down together and do it? And so this scares the bejesus out of a lot of people, I understand, just based on the way Congress has conducted itself. But I've come to the conclusion that the only way for that to happen possibly is to repeal it years out, 2020, and force people to come together. And, there's a lot of instability. I don't know how much more instability you can have than where we are today. I know people are concerned about that, but we'll see what happens. That's not going to pass either.